What's up, fellow YouTubers and internet people? I recently posted up something between Twitter and Instagram that seemed to catch a lot of people off guard and got quite a few questions stirred up. Now, many of you who know me know I have a wonderful bracelet collection of the Electric Family Bracelets. And if you've seen the postings on Instagram or the one photo I just put up on Twitter recently, you realize that there was something in there that most people kind of questioned and wondered how. And that would be the wonderful Mellow Gang bracelet in white. Because people are like, wait a minute, that's supposed to be in black. Or how do you have white? Long story short, I figured out a while back on how to readjust the bracelets when they come and they're too tight, or if they're too loose, or if you get some that you just want to have fun and make them your own. So I was able to do this. So today, I'm going to give you guys a quick run through in the event that you want to open up your own bracelets and change them up. Tools needed. An extended length grill lighter comes in very, very handy. Regular lighter will work. A couple quick things to go over. You want to make sure you're working on a good smooth surface if you're not going to burn. Countertop works fine. Garage, shop, table, number of different things you can use. I'm going to use an older bracelet. One of mine is pretty beat up and pretty worn out. It's one of my original ones. Something to know and something to set it straight. These nylon bands are flame retardant. Yeah, I haven't found the temperature in which they burn, but a regular cigarette lighter or other such will not cause them to start on fire. Because I thought, oh, when they started getting a little shabby, I could just burn off the excess. And that is not the case. So, if you do want to open up and resize any one of the bracelets, give it a couple seconds of heat on the back side first where the small portion of the charm is. Once you do that, it'll heat the glue. Now, you gotta be careful because it can burn you. That's something that you don't want to have happen. Now, you may need to do this a couple times just to make sure that you get it right. Generally, you'll see the charm kind of fog up and then kind of go back to normal. Once you see that, you know it's 100% ready to go. But all it is a hot melt glue. So you can take it apart rather easy. Put it so the glue side is not touching anything. I think with this one, when I had it apart before, I actually put a little extra glue in it, which is why it's a little more stiffer. Some of them come apart real easy, some not so easy. The Mellow Gang bracelet, I actually had to use a pair of needle nose thin ones to get in there. But just like that, you got it separated. You got the original charm. You got the back side of the other charm. So just like that, you can take the bracelets apart and you can put them back together any way you want. When I said a pair of needle nose, when I had to split the other ones, I went in and actually forced the back emblem off on the Mellow Gang one because it was really tight. So putting it back together is kind of the reverse of that. Heat the charm up, get the glue soft, which is a lot easier when there's nothing in the way of it. Once you got that back to normal, set it in so that the compressed side is toward the sky, or I should say where the insert or divot side, or however you want to say it, toward the sky. Give it one good more heat so you can actually see the glues soften up. Once they've softened up, you know you're good to go. Then all you need to do is make sure you lay the charm in nice and, or I should say, the back side of the charm in nice and easy. And while the glue is still soft, you can make sure you center it up. Give it a good press or so. The only thing you want to make sure of when doing this, and like this is really easy to see what happens, you may end up with a little bit of extra glue that pops out on the outside. Not the worst thing in the world, definitely not something you want. You want to make sure you don't get it on the elastic band because it does not come off. Like any hot glue on clothes, it's not going anywhere. So you can use a razor and trim off that little bit of excess. No one will ever know. And just like that, you can have bracelets that are made your own colors, your own styles. Everybody's questioning why the Borgor is copper. If you use a heavy-duty or automotive-grade chrome polish on the silver bracelets, you'll rip the finish right off. And if you rip the finish right off, then you can start sanding them, and underneath the wonderful tin color is copper. So if you want to make some interesting bracelets, if you do it properly, with a 1000 grit or 1500 grit sandpaper, you can actually make copper emblem bracelets. But because they're copper, you'll either need to stay up on polishing them, or you're going to need to clear coat them. But easily enough, you know, you can be done a number of ways, a number of styles. Now, as I mentioned too, with taking these apart, once you have the elastic band out, you can actually when the charm is off. Using a pick tool or a very small flat blade screwdriver, you can pry up and actually pull the ends out. So if you have a bracelet that's too tight, or vice versa, if it's way too loose, you can undo it, nip it down, put it back in, just make sure you recrimp with a pair of pliers, and you can resize the bracelets to work out where they come out to your benefit. Like I said, I've had to do this a number of them. If you've seen my post, obviously you got a good idea on how many of these damn bracelets I have. And I can't complain because they support artist charities, support good causes. And then there's just the regular ones that I've collected along the way. My collection's up to damn near 60. But, hey, everybody's got their own addictions, right? Better than going out and smoking crack or some other stupid shit. So, anyways, hope that helps. And like I say, if you're a fan of the bracelets, it's a good thing to know, good knowledge to have. And that's it. So, hopefully it's helpful. And see you around.